paranormal explorers, our dedicated team travel all over the UK in search of answers. Answers to the question, is there really life after death?
Did you hear that?
Join us on our mission to discover the truth. Wardour Castle in Wiltshire is a romantic ruin which is now run by English Heritage. The castle was built by Lord John Lovell in 1390 as a lightly fortified luxury residence. It was then passed down through the generations until it was forfeited to the Crown in 1461 following the family's support for the Lancastrian cause during the War of the Roses. The castle was then passed between the Crown and the Lovell family until it was acquired in 1547 by the Arundel family, where again it was passed through the generations. In 1643, at the time of the Civil War, while Thomas, the second Baron Arundel, was away on King's business, his wife, Lady Blanche Arundel, was left to defend the castle along with 25 trained fighting men. Then, on the 2nd of May 1643, 1,300 parliamentary soldiers, led by Sir Edward Hungerford, laid siege on the castle, when Lady Arundel refused them entry to search for royalists. The army set upon the walls of the castle with guns and mines, and after 5 days, Lady Arundel finally gave in, after the castle was threatened by complete destruction. The castle was then placed in the command of Colonel Edmund Ludlow. Lord Arundel never returned to the castle, as he died of his wounds after the Battle of Stratton. His son, Henry, now the third Lord Arundel, set about laying siege on his own castle in March 1644, and blew up large parts of the castle until the parliamentary garrison surrendered. By the time the 8th Baron, Henry Arundel, came to the head of the family, he decided to build a new home in the surrounding parkland. The new home, known as New Wardour Castle, was in fact not a castle at all, but a neoclassical country house. The ruined castle was left and was intended to be viewed as a romantic ruin. The ruins of the old castle appeared in the 1991 film Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, starring Kevin Costner. It also appeared on Sting's album cover. There are numerous reports of the castle supposedly being haunted by Lady Blanche Arundel walking from the castle to the lake. Perhaps she's waiting for her husband, who never returned. We first visited the ruins in 1995 and we returned numerous times in that year. I never had the feeling as if the castle was haunted, as there always seemed to be a peaceful atmosphere. However, this one night seemed different, right from the start. We entered the castle grounds and made our way to the grotto, which is opposite the entrance to the castle. And as we left the grotto and made our way towards the castle, we noticed a light in the top room of the right-hand tower. As some of the group had gone off exploring, we assumed it was them. It wasn't until a while later it dawned on me that the room which we saw the light in is in the ruined part of the tower, and it is not accessible. We continued exploring the castle, and as we entered a room on the 2nd floor, somebody called me over to the window, as I was the only one with a light, and asked me to shine the light out of the window and down onto the ground. I peered out of the window and I saw a torchlight which seemed to be moving around the bottom of the castle. I turned my light on and shone it down to where the light was, expecting to see other people walking around, but there was nothing. We finished exploring the rest of the castle and made our way back to the cars. My car was parked closest to the gate facing into the castle grounds. We got into the car and we were getting ready to go when we spotted the light again, through the gate in the distance. This time I flashed on my headlights, lighting up the whole castle grounds, but once again we saw nothing. Although highly unlikely, we thought perhaps there were other people in the grounds and they managed to get out of sight before I put my headlights on. My car had a problem with the cooling fan and it had been wired up to be constantly on, and I would have to disconnect it manually under the bonnet when I stopped. Before I could move away, I had to pop the bonnet, jump out and connect the fan. As I dropped the bonnet, I could see a light reflecting off my windscreen, and it wasn't from inside the car. Not looking behind me, I ran and got back into the car, and when I looked out into the grounds, again the light was gone. I started my engine, and as I went to turn my lights on, the light was back. But this time it was so close it was almost as if it was being held through the bars of the gate. I put my headlights on, and as soon as they came on, the light went. It never faded out, it just stopped, and there was no way that anybody could have moved out of the way in time. In all the times I've been back to the castle, and there has been many, I've never seen the light again. However, years on from the light incident, we met a group of people at the castle, and they told us they had seen the light. Their account sounded almost identical to ours, and at that point we had not told them what we had experienced. We arrived at the castle around 10 p.m. Investigating were Wayne and myself, Lorraine. As we knew our way around the castle, we decided to start the investigation in the Great Hall. We seemed to get activity almost instantly, and from then on, it just didn't stop. Is any spirit person here in this castle with us? Lady Arundel, if you're here... What's that? What was that? What was that? What was that? Sounds like a woman's moan.
Sorry.
There's any spirit present here with us. Can you please make a sound?
Did you hear that?
If that was you, Lady Arundel, could you do it again for me, please? Could you show yourself to us in one of the windows, please, Lady Arundel? I mean you no harm. Just wish to try and communicate with you if we can. you come and stand by the fire plot for me, please, in the hall, where you must have enjoyed a fair few meals. We understand everybody used to eat together in this great hall of yours. Is that true? Can you knock once for yes, please? Did you enjoy living here, Lady Arundel? Could you knock twice for yes, please? Lady Arundel, if you are here, can you come and stand by the fire with me, please?
As Wayne moved over to the fireplace and asked Lady Arundel to join him there, an unexplained light anomaly seemed to manifest close to him and then moved away in the opposite direction. We decided to move on from here, and we made our way up a very narrow set of stairs which led to a small storeroom which overlooked the hall. Does any spirit person here at all in the castle with us? If you're Lady Arundel, or any of Lady Arundel's soldiers? Were you here when the castle was under siege? If you can make a sound for us, please. Mean you no harm. What's that noise? If you could throw something for us to make a sound, or use your voice to speak to us, we mean you no harm. What's that noise? It's right next to me. Put your light on quick. I can't see. It's coming from there and there.
Here.
Where is that? And up
What
there.
do you say here?
Yeah. What's that? If that was you that made that sound, could you please do it again for me, please? In the room here with us. I'd been in this room many times before and I've always felt fine, but this night it felt different. I was feeling really uneasy and I decided I wanted to move on. We're now in the kitchen at Wardour Castle. Is any spirits here with us? Any people at all? Lady Arundel, if you're here, please make a sound to us. Use your voice to speak to us. or if you can show yourself to us in light form, we mean you no harm. If you're up there making a noise just now in the room where we were sat, please come down the stairs and show yourself to us. Or if you can use our energies to help you pick up a stone and throw it. That was you that made that sound. Can you make it louder for us, please? That's horrible. I had just heard what sounded like drumming, and it really made me feel uneasy. Just heard a bang coming back up from the room we've just been in, which is up there. Did you take photos of that? Yeah. We made our way back down to the ground floor as we had heard noises coming from there. We decided we would go and sit in the antechamber and continue the investigation. The antechamber was the largest enclosed room on the ground floor.
This is
Don't know.
the small chamber to the right of the world.
No. Can you show yourself to me in the doorway? Can you stand by the well for me? To show me that you're here? Please, we mean you no harm. Can you pick up a stone and throw it for us? Or can you make a knocking sound? Call out. You call out.
If there's any spirit here present with us, one of Lady Arundel's soldiers, one of her servants maybe, could you please make a sound? We mean you no harm. That was one of the servants. Could you do it again for me, please? But can we knock twice louder? When the siege was happening, were you scared?
Did they deceive you? Did they make you trust them? And then they turned on you? Do you hear that? Is that like footsteps in front of me? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What was that then? Mm-hmm. Say that again. What did you say?
I said, what if we just sit down and do nothing?
We just heard a really strange sound, so now we've decided to sit down in this room and see if we can pick anything up. I don't. If there's anybody here, any servants to Lady Arundel, any of the soldiers that served her, or if it's Lady Arundel herself, please can you make a sound for us? If you can pick something up and throw it into the room where we are. What was that? That was really close. What was that? What was that? What was that? That was voices. Got an old sea cold breeze across my legs.
Yeah, I've got breeze. I think it's because we got a door to our left.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
I was going to go towards it. Voice recorder and try and move it or something.
Where is it? On the stairs. We have a machine on the stairs by the door as you come into this room. It should be showing a light on it. That picks up sound. If you can make a sound, we'd be grateful. If you could come towards it, or if you can even move the machine. You can use your voice to speak into it. You don't need... What was that? You don't need... You don't need... You don't need... What was that? We were unsure of what it was, but something had definitely been thrown into the room with us. That was you just threw something into the room. Can you try it again for me, please? So if you can go to our machine, please. As I've said before, it will record your voice. What are you doing? Don't leave me out on my own. 'Cause I don't like it. I don't care. Shut up.
That's what I thought.
I think this light's dimming a bit. Only a little bit. It's been going 35 minutes. What was that? Don't know. Call out. Call out.
Lady Arundel, if you're here, can you please make yourself... Can you walk towards our voice recorder, which is on the steps, with the orange light on it? Can you speak into it, or can you push it off the step? We really appreciate to know whether you are still here. We do hope you are.
That was upstairs.
What's that? What's that? What's that?
That was upstairs.
Who's your husband?
Lord Arundel?
Yeah, good boy.
Lord Arundel, if you're present with us, could you please make a sound? We know you've been asking for your wife, but you're the lord of this home, castle. Could you make a sound for us, please?
The camera's gonna focus again.
Lord Arundel, can you walk down the steps towards us, please?
I'm sure one of these is for me. Because it didn't take long to charge either. What was that? What was that? What was that? What was that?
That was you, Lord Arundel. Could you show yourself to us in the doorway, to the little doorway to our left? That was you, sir. Could you please do that again for us, please?
Please speak to us. We mean you no harm. Lord Arundel, if you're here, please, sir, can you make a sound for us? I am no scared. Yeah. Camera's gone out of focus again. What is that noise? Do you know what it sounds like to me? Drums. The rhythm of drums. Can you see what I mean? And now it's stopped. No. What is that? Did you hear that? Did you just throw your... No. I thought you might have just thrown your fag. Something just landed beside me. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you just throw your... No. I thought you might have just thrown your fag. Something just landed beside me. We are now in the guard room. Is any spirit here? Lord or Lady Arundel? Anybody who served Lord or Lady Arundel? Perhaps you were the guard in this room. What was that? What was that? What was that? What was that? That was you that made that sound. Can you please make it again for us? What's that? Oh, that's that. Yeah. Oh, it's me. I'm shitting myself. That wasn't me. Did you hear that? Why? Why? Please, we're going to leave now. Make one sound, last sound for us. I don't know. We were hearing really faint tapping sounds, and they seemed to be coming from exactly where I was standing. We decided to call it a night, packed up our equipment and headed out. We were pleased with what we had captured throughout the night, but were these things paranormal or did they have a reasonable explanation? We will leave it up to you to decide.
What?
Someone just whispered in my ear.